We need to do a cold intro of some kind.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, me too.
It's cold outside.
So she
and
had
here's
me in my
our
raincoat.
intro. Does that work?
That'll do.
Oh, this is a show that we made for you, for your mom and your dad and your aunties too. So grab yourself a coffee, it's a crack of dawn, and strap yourself in for a heaps good morning.
It's another Heaps Good Sunday morning, and yet again we're here to delight and entertain.
And always ruddy and inform about something.
Yeah, we're gonna do quite a bit.
We're gonna do some informing today. We're gonna try to not make it too heavy.
Mind you, there is some heavy stuff, man. Some
Heavy stuff, especially my ass. So heavy. Let me just tell you, if you sit on it for almost 3 months, it gets heavy and it gets flat and wide. My ass is like the River of Jordan. So yeah, we're back.
We are.
It's so good to be back.
It is. I've been really looking forward to this, but
Have you?
yeah,
That's funny because we got shit, like we've got stuff. We got mints. We got jars of little bits of paper. I've got a glass of water for after our exercises. I've got my laptop. Took me like 9 days to figure out how to do the thing. I got a new notebook.
We got new calendars.
Got a calendar. Mine's
We got them
here.
sorted.
Got stuff. I even have a refill for my pen. Gotta look out for the environment.
Organised.
Know what I'm saying?
Not me. I just kind of put on a shirt and set up the camera. And now I'm hoping for the best, but we'll kick on through anyway.
This season, Ziggie will be the one that just shows up.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan at the moment.
Is it? I got 2 different kinds of chapstick, both of which are tinted, and I have no mirror, so.
It's kind of on your lips.
Meh, lip schmips, you know what I'm saying?
And I've been growing my epic beard out now, so I'm looking a bit more lumberjack-esque and...
Lumberjack!
Lumberjack!
It's got some silver in it.
Yeah, it does.
One might confuse you for like someone distinguished. I mean, not for long.
Too.
What? Oh, God. You know, the weirdest thing is that you're proud. You're like a proud vapor. I'm back on the vape because I... Oh, my shoulder's a bit... took that back up again. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Gross. And that, hey. Oh, what the shit. Hey, I have a question, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't work. See, I'm not even good at vaping. So, look. A friend of mine was looking at bongs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know much about them.
On the internet. Well, me either. That's my question.
Yep.
You guys ever smoke tobacco out of a bong?
Oh yeah, I've heard of backy bongs. Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like that's what they're for, right? That's what bongs are. Ah!
For.
Oh. Stuff. So, as all good armor goes, I've got a couple of pins holding it together because I'm lazy and I hate switching to stab myself. Anyway, if you ever smoked, I mean, because you know bongs are for tobacco, nothing else. You ever smoked tobacco through a bong?
Once.
Was it horrible?
Yes, and we
Was
had
it like chemical tobacco, like store-bought tobacco?
Yeah, and we had what they call a deserty.
What's
so
that?
You don't put any water in the bong.
Oh, well, what's the point then? It's just like a big wasteful pipe.
Yeah, that gives you massive headaches and head spins.
Gross. Hey, when I was at camp, I heard that smoking banana peels got you high. It doesn't.
No, apparently you peel the inside of the skin off or something.
Why would you mess around with it? It's the slipperiest thing known to man.
Yeah.
Just saying. So anyways, so what's been new with you? You, personally.
With me personally?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I've been taking care of Betty May.
Rubbish! I know for a fact that he's had a couple of little bits of holiday. I know because we partied together, so. But yeah.
Yeah, we've done a bit of partying, done a bit of...
With their tobacco bungs.
Yeah.
Taking care of the old Betty May. She's snotty. She gave me a hug.
Yeah, she's not very well at the moment. She keeps getting sick.
She is. It's because she's just a wildling.
She is. And we can't keep clothes on her.
Join the club. Well, I've not been working. You know that.
Yep.
Most people know that. I had to take some time off. Had an injury. Had to have some surgery on my knee. Been going to physio. That's about all there is to say. That's why I've been sitting on my ass. It's huge. I don't even want to talk about how much weight I put on, which I don't normally succumb to that, but it just piled on really quick.
Yep.
It was crazy. And then I have to like look at myself at physio.
Oh, because they got mirrors in front of you?
Yeah, but he makes me face the mirror to make sure that I'm like getting up and sitting down. Because I've had a bunch of my meniscus cut out, blah, blah, whatever. It's boring. But really tore my knee up like pretty bad. Hard cartilage, soft cartilage, all kinds of stuff got cut out.
Yeah.
P.S. I had a, what do they call that? When I went in and they put the thing in me. They stuck the thing in me. No, instead of having the general.
Oh, you had a local anaesthetic?
No. Remember I had a spinal block?
Oh, spinal block, that's right. That's what they do with pregnant
I couldn't feel
women, don't
anything below my nipples.
they? Below your nipples?
Yeah, it was, look, it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
For a long time. It didn't wear off till like 2 in the morning because they kept me overnight. I had to stay at the hospital.
Because they weren't meant to keep you overnight, were they?
No, it was just a little knee surgery. But they did keep me overnight because my spinal block wouldn't wear off and I was starving. But they kept me in recovery for like 8 hours. It was stupid. Anyways, the Uber Eats options in the city.
Yeah.
Way better than our options out here.
Really?
But I wasn't sure if I was allowed to do it or not. So I was like, and my phone died. So, anyway, knee surgery. That's it. It's pretty much all I've been doing. Healing, lots of physio. Hope to be back at work in another month or so.
And then when you finally get over everything, I'm sure
Then I'll get the date for my hand. My numb hand. But anyway, that's enough about me. What's been happening in the news? Oh, I'm sorry.
You go for it.
I'm so excited because we don't have royalty, right?
Not well.
In the States. Look, don't tell anybody. It's going to ruin my hardcore image. But I'm obsessed with the royals. Like, obsessed. P.S. What's their last name? Wales?
Wales.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Their last name is Wales.
Yeah, because actually they don't
understand.
have last names. So
royalty doesn't have a last name.
Yeah, so their last names come from where they were born. So he is the Prince of Wales. So it's Harry Wales.
So Mercedes Dallas. Oh, it's like a porn name. Oh my God. Well, anyways, I didn't know that till like just 2 seconds ago before we started. So I guess really the only thing worth mentioning is they got married. You know, Harry and Meghan Markle. Markle. Lame. And they've done, Kensington Palace has issued a public statement that she has her coat of arms because now she's the Duchess of Sussex. So her last name is Sussex. Her name is Megan Sussex, or is it Wales now?
Well, I don't know if she would take Harry's
I don't know.
name. I don't know if Harry would even get a new name now. Or
why would Harry get a new name?
Because he would be of Sussex now, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he be the
No,
Duke
why
of
would he
Sussex?
take her? Look, don't ask me because where I'm from, they voted Trump in. So.
I would assume that he
Don't
would
ask
now
me.
be the Duke of Sussex, so therefore his name would now be Harry Sussex.
Man.
I don't know.
Too bad he's not the Duke of Earl. Alright, well anyway, so she's got a coat of arms, right? Because if to be royalty you have to have a coat of arms.
Yep.
And apparently her coat of arms is like the internet's all a Twitter about, not sponsored! The internet's all like a buzz about her coat of arms because the supporters on the other side on each side of the shield of her coat of arms, Harry's the lion rampant.
And hers is a Twitter. And
hers is a songbird. Looks like a dove. Looks like a homing pigeon. But anyways, the big thing is that the dove's crown is like around its neck.
Yeah.
We'll insert the new Duchess of Sussex coat of arms here. You're welcome. So yeah, the songbirds crown is slipped down over her tiny head, and it looks to be, the songbird looks in distress. Mm-hmm. P.S. Who are the artists that they use for these things? Not great.
No, they're not great.
Not great. Anyway, I've seen better line rampant. He's like a dude bro line. He's like, but anyway, but when Kensington Palace released it, they didn't make a public statement about put my hand down, they didn't make a public statement about that one part of it. They talked about all kinds of parts of the line rampant and all the bits in the shield. Anyway, I just think it's weird. Suspicious. It's probably the Illuminati. You're welcome. So what have you noticed in the news? Let me guess, it's going to be internet stuff, isn't it?
It is internet stuff.
Yes. All right. Inform me, because I don't know anything about it.
So last year I was talking about doing a episode on That Poppy, who is
creepy and cringeworthy and not quite right. Single white female-y.
I love her.
Poppy?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she's creepy.
We're finally interviewing this plant.
Hello, Poppy. Thank you so much for having me.
But she rips off...
I don't think her creepiness comes naturally.
No, I don't think it does either, because she rips off another artist called Mars Argo.
Hey, I didn't mean to say that, but I mean, actually, I feel like it has always been put on before you told me about this stuff, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, there's actually videos out there of her... really hard to find, of that Poppy before she was that Poppy, and she wasn't.
Is it because she's plugged into someone?
Oh yes, TITANIC SINCLAIR.
Titanic. That means
He was Mars Argo's ex-boyfriend, and is now
like producer or anything.
Yeah,
or?
yep. And they created Mars Argo together, which is extraordinarily similar to that Poppy.
Everyone I've asked
About what?
about doing that,
Yeah.
everyone was like, that's a terrible idea.
Who's our producer?
Sorry?
Who's our producer?
I guess we do it together.
To be honest, I'm not a huge contribution to the production team. But, okay. So
So now that's actually come to blows because Mars Argo...
fisticuffs?
Oh, almost. Mars Argo actually went missing for 3 years? 2015, I think it was.
From YouTube, though, right?
From YouTube, from social media of all kinds, she just stopped posting.
Like that other internet chick that went missing. Sorry, YouTube people. Like the other YouTube girl that went missing for a while, and like they created this whole thing. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
We'll talk about. We'll do YouTube stuff later in the year. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, Mars Argo has now recently come out in the last month or two saying that she's taking him to court, and Poppy
Titanic
to court.
SINCLAIR.
Titanic and Poppy are going to court to do with stealing Mars Argo's character, and also for Titanic SINCLAIR being emotionally abusive.
Yeah. So she's resurfaced and she's taking them to court.
Yeah, so she's
Both
taking...
of them, or just the fella?
I think, well, it is both of them. It's primarily Titanic SINCLAIR, but some people have said that maybe Poppy wasn't aware of the situation and stuff. She was fully aware. She
I was about
knew
to say,
exactly
you
what
showed
was
me
going on.
stuff. She's wearing the bitch's clothes.
She is.
Like, didn't Titanic SINCLAIR steal something? Because you were saying... Because she's taking him to court not just for, like, character theft, you know, like, mental license.
Yeah, well, he kept rocking up at her premises and
Yeah,
breaking in and breaking things.
DV as
and,
well.
Yeah.
And he stole some of her clothes.
Yeah.
And then he's got Poppy wearing them in some of these videos that are very similar to some of the Mars Argo
Oh yeah,
videos.
There's a lot out there, a lot of information of how similar they are and stuff.
Pizza dippers, corn dogs, candy, chips, gummy bears. Donut 1, Donut 2, Donut 3, Donut 4, Donut 5.
And people have compared, some people agree, some people disagree, but there is plenty of information out there if you're interested in looking it up, because it is...
Didn't he write like some like shamey songs about her as well and stuff? And it
There's a
sounds,
song called-
God damn it, it's catchy.
Yeah, there's a song called Guppy written by Titanic SINCLAIR, which I unfortunately fucking love. But I still think you're a douche.
Total douche. I think you're a douche just because you stalked somebody and then regurgitated creative license.
Yeah.
And Poppy, well, I've got opinions on girls like that. Girls like that. Well, this is where we're going to get heavy.
Okay.
Because the latest thing in the news is actually what kind of spurred what we're going to talk about today.
Yep.
Because I don't think we've done anything about this before, have we?
No, we haven't. And
Which
I
is
think
weird because we're Lulu. So I know it's hard for you guys to believe, but I really follow fashion and stuff like that, which is weird because I only wear black and I don't spend money on fashion. But anywho, so in case you guys didn't know, Kate Spade. So it's now Thursday, right?
Yep.
Yep, will air on Sunday, obviously. The only reason I'm saying that is because Kate Spade, unfortunately, committed suicide last night. Last night in the States? Well, actually, it was 11 o'clock during the day when she was discovered. And I don't know if that was Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's hard to keep up with that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, digression, not important. Committed suicide. Left behind a 13-year-old daughter. And... the weather was crummy today. It was rainy. I woke up to that. And I started thinking about all of the people, because I have a history with drug abuse and stuff like that when I was younger. I had some wayward friends, and I have several friends who have committed suicide. And plus, I'm part of the, Nirvana generation, right? So, you know, the whole Kurt Cobain thing, and I've just been so melancholy all day.
Me too,
about it.
funnily enough.
Well, it's
But
the
not-
weather.
yeah.
It's melancholy weather. But and it just left me thinking about all of my friends through the years that have just kind of like dropped. And the older we get, and I don't know, I guess it's a presumption because I'm so open about being crazy. And like, you know, we're friends and we talk about when our mental health is playing up. I'm lucky enough to not have huge mental health issues. And last year when my mental health was playing up, it was luckily due to me not taking care of my ADD. But like my partner has mental health issues and suffers from depression and anxiety, and watching her suffer with it, and you're bombarded with these people committing suicide, and I feel like there shouldn't be a stigma anymore. But yet these powerful people, like Kate Spade was a powerful woman. She had an empire, like a handbag empire, and Kate Spade New York was like, hey, P.S., did you know she was David Spade's sister?
I did kind of get that assumption from the
last name?
Yeah.
See, I
and then
never even
looked at
thought about
connecting
it.
things and stuff like that.
So, yeah. So I don't know. How do you feel? Like, does it? I mean, you don't follow fashion as much as I do, so.
I don't follow fashion, but I do suffer from depression and I do suffer from anxiety as well. So it's something that's extraordinarily important to me. On top of that, I've had friends in the past that have committed suicide and are no longer with us. So, you know, it's an important topic to me as well. I suffer from anxiety extraordinarily to the point where I could not leave the house sometimes for 2-3 weeks on an end just because.
Because your anxiety manifests physically as well, doesn't it?
Very much
You
so.
have like muscle seizure, like they seize up, not like you seize, but yeah. I mean, I have your standard kind of anxieties. Like I don't like a lot of people, but when you're of our stature, people's eyes kind of are drawn to you. So, like 2 weddings was hard.
Yeah.
Because people were just looking at you, and then all the people were hugging you, and then wanting to make sure you're okay, and it was just really stressful. That people gave a shit, I guess. I don't know. Everyone was looking at you all day. Everywhere you went, you couldn't scratch your crotch. You couldn't pick your nose. It's just, you just wanted to like put on a different outfit, you know? So I could imagine feeling like that all the time. Unfortunately, when my ADD is left unchecked, it manifests in kind of unmanageable anxieties because I'm like, I can't keep anything organized. I'm a mess, and things just go all haywire. And last year, because I just left it untreated, I got really depressed, as you know.
Yeah.
Because I would show up here some days and just be like, and be like, or some days I'd be like, I can't do it, I can't show up or whatever. But like, I don't know. And then luckily, as soon as I got on something for my ADD, the depression lifted quickly. I don't know. I can understand. Like I've had thoughts when I'm super down and things are really, as you know, we've had a shitty year, Robin and I. And some days you think, God, it'd be so much easier to not have to wake up in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not glamorizing that or anything like that, but I can understand that thought process, but I've never really had the shift to, so I'm going to do something about that. So it's terrifying, and it's scary to think that these powerful people, and you know, Robin Williams, and I mean Kurt Cobain, when a musician dies of an overdose or dies of suicide or something like that, a little part of me can accept that a bit more because of the whole creative process. I think a lot of creativity comes out of suffering and stuff like that. I mean, as an artist, I get that. But I guess fashion design would be an art as well. It's just a different kind of art. And having, I don't know. I don't have the answers. We're not mental health professionals, but what we do have is some phone numbers. So we'll give those to you later.
Yeah.
And not to be too heavy. Like we don't want to keep it too heavy.
Yeah, that's right. But it's important shit to talk about.
It's super important because the problem is apparently people are still, there's still a stigma about talking about it.
Particularly, can I say also between men?
Men
do not talk about it at all.
Men, I'm glad you said that because I'm totally glazed over that. Not only do men not have a safe environment, I think, to share their feelings about anxiety or depression, but body shame and the pressures, the societal pressures on men.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it does not get
We should do
spoken
a
about.
man episode.
I would actually.
Because you met my dad on the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Wink. There'll be some photos of that later. I will do whatever I can to participate in that man episode, but I think we should do an episode on men, because that, for some reason, there's extra like pressure on men not to have any kind of stress. And when you talk about, if you're succumbing to that kind of pressure, then you're probably succumbing to that kind of, I know luckily not in your household, but the kind of pressure to be like the worker, the bacon winner, because it's all kind of a thing. I couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine. And luckily I've always kind of looked like this, so people assume I'm crazy anyways, so it's okay.
I've always been open. Like, for me it's not an issue, but I know I've got a lot of friends I just won't talk about it with, because I know that they don't understand.
We're in the north, and you're like you were raised in the north.
Yeah.
So the mentality's a bit different out here than it is if you lived in the city or Singapore or something like that. I guess a little bit.
Yeah, well, it is. It's quite macho and stuff like that. And the support, as we've said, like the support for men just isn't great. I'm trying to find at the moment some father support groups, because there's there.
I actually know some. I will touch base with you a bit later.
Excellent. I've gotten on Facebook, of all places. I'm now on a stay-at-home dad group, because realised.
Because that's a whole nother thing. Stay-at-home dad.
It's fucking hard.
Stay-at-home dad thing.
Because it's not only that it is an underappreciated role as a general rule, but
it is non-stop. It is
non-stop,
especially when you're raising a wildling. But it is non-stop.
And then society, you think, I'm a stay-at-home dad. That'd be good on you. You're doing something different. But then there's also that group of people that still think, you're a lazy guy, you're not doing anything, you're a stay-at-home dad. So I've got to deal with that, as well as dealing with this child that just won't calm down, as well as my anxieties.
She's independent, she's an individual, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I can't go out anywhere because of my anxieties, and
I need quiet.
No, and I don't have enough people coming over, but then even if I had people coming over, I'd be like, I don't really want to see people, and I'm in this really weird
Ziggie's
spot.
really funny. On the rare occasion that we're like, let's try to pump a couple too into the old canister, the film canister. By the time we're done filming the second one, he's like, get out, get out, get out. And he doesn't say it, but he's like, right, okay, so that was a good show. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, I get it. You're sick of being around me. Fine, I'm leaving. Then I kind of dawdle for another 20 minutes just because he's like, get out of my space. Whereas I'm like all for communal living, and I can just tell people, fuck off, I need 20 minutes, I'm a Libra. But yeah, Ziggie's, it's a conundrum. He wants people to come around, but only for limited periods of time.
An hour and a half is great.
Oh, that's well, we've got a lot to do this evening, so I don't think we're out now. So yeah, basically what we're saying is, because we're going to keep it short, because this is just, because we have heaps of stuff that we have to get into later, and anyway, because we haven't done half the shit we promised we would do. But basically, never ever ever feel alone, especially in a place like Australia. People say it's weird because I'm from the States and there's fucking nothing. I think that's the first F-bomb, by the way.
I think I did one before.
So there's nothing. Whereas here, there's heaps of phone numbers. There's like acute mental health phone numbers. We'll put some stuff up at the end, some phone numbers and stuff. Even if, now look, let me be very clear. We're not trained mental health professionals. We cannot diagnose you or find your doctor or anything like that. But what we do have is a little bit of information. And if you feel like in a place as small as Adelaide, or even if you're overseas or something like that, if you have no one to talk to, you can email us to the HGM email, and
We'll hook you up with something.
We'll hook you up with something, even if it's a internet meme or a tip that works for us or something like that. Like I can't give you heaps of tips about depression other than like eating and watching stupid movies. I don't know how helpful that's going to be because nobody wants to have the ass I've got right now. But even if you're suffering with ADD or an auditory processing thing and you're finding that it's getting on top of you, I mean, that stuff I understand. And between Ziggy and me and the wives, I mean, surely we have a phone number or something to help you. If you have suicidal ideation, reach out to somebody. And we'll have heaps of phone numbers, even acute phone numbers, even if you're in the country. Because even though it ends for you, it's contributing to a thought process that it's stigmatized. Right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not putting anything on anybody. I'm just saying it's contributing to forever keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
And we want to create a better place for the generations after us. So we're not doing a reenactment today. We're gonna do a minute of silence. And if I can pull my thumb out, I will do a montage of famous people that we've lost. And I fucked up the timer. Shit got too heavy. Fucked it up. Who knows when it's going to end? I don't.
Must be time to call today.
I know, right? And a couple of shout outs to some friends of mine who have been left with what they felt was no other choice. I had a really good friend in high school. If it weren't for her, I never would have passed some of my maths. Another really good friend of mine from junior high. You know, heaps of people. Since I've moved to Australia even, just dropping like flies.
Yeah. And I've got a friend from high school as well, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have got kicked out of my church, but, you know, but she was a friend. I'm kind of glad I'm not there now anyway.
So yeah, reach out to somebody. There's all kinds of services. My partner worked in mental health for a long time. There's lots of support groups. And if there's not a support group for it, let's make one.
Yep.
You know, fuck, let's just go and have a coffee. I'm not working right now, so okay. I mean, it'll take me a while to get there, but I mean, just don't do it, man. Don't do it. There's always hope, especially in a country like Australia, and plenty of people have felt the same way.
No, unfortunately, I think if you've got it, you're kind of stuck with it. It's just about the way that you deal with it and maintain your mental health.
And I know some people find it really frustrating. Sufferers of depression that I have been close to through the years, I have lots of friends and stuff that suffer from depression, find it really frustrating when people say, go out, get in nature, have a walk. On one hand, I understand it because when you have depression, you can't get out of bed. Am I correct? Because when I did suffer that period of time, I found that I was just like, I can't do it. I cannot put one foot in front of the other. But you know, the planet's kind of my god, so that does help me. So there's all different things that help a bunch of different people. Window shopping, internet window shopping.
Smashing shit.
Plates are really cheap at the Salvos. Don't do your toilet door though, because it's awkward for all of your friends to go to the toilet. So anyways, so yeah, we've got topics to draw. I'm in charge of reenactments this season. We've got some interesting things on the hop. Just for the record, super secret project. I'm winning.
Yeah, you are.
So anyways, what we'll do instead of reenactments, we'll do a minute of silence and some generic, non-trademarked piano music or something.
Yeah.
And if you, after this episode, you feel like you want to reach out to us, let us know. If you know some good services, let us know. During the minute of silence, we'll also put a few phone numbers up.
Yep.
Because we do care.
We do.
We
and
do.
if you want to meet up for a coffee, Mercedes will do that, and I'll sit at home.
And
with my anxiety.
We'll video him on Messenger.
Yep.
So yeah, or I'll cancel at the last minute because I have anxiety about meeting strangers. And I wonder why I don't have any more friends. So yeah, so that's us. We're kicking it off with a really upbeat episode, but yeah. It had to be said.
Somewhere.
We care.
Yep. That's right.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Our future is at your hopeful fingertips.
And also don't forget to click the bell icon at the top of the page.
Shame! Shame!
Something about the bell icon, just, you know, fucking click it.
We'll be on every Sunday now.
Yeah.
We're on top of it.
Alright, so we'll see you all next week.
Bye!
Bye!
Used to get high together instead of getting high alone. Can't remember the last time I saw you. Can't remember the last time we talked. You left home for a fresh start, but as a waitress down in Bradenton, with my name tattooed into your skin because of our shame. I associate